Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be going over my picks for the top 10 Pegassi vehicles in Grand Theft Auto Online. Some of these vehicles are going to be really good for PvP, some of them are going to be really good for racing, some are going to be good for time trials, and some are going to be good for all of the above. Let's go ahead and get into it, starting off with number 10. At number 10 we have the Pegassi Osiris, coming in at $1,950,000. The Pegassi Osiris is a really cool car. It's based off the Pagani Huayra in real life, which is very neat. Somehow it's a Lamborghini in GTA, not really sure about that, but anyways. It's an all-wheel drive supercar that actually has pretty good performance even up to this day, despite the fact that this thing was released a very long time ago. It doesn't have a whole lot of customization, but the options that you can pick are actually really nice looking on the vehicle. It's a fun car to drive, it definitely will get you some attention if you take it to a car meet or something like that. Overall, it is a very good supercar, and you guys should definitely look into picking one up. At number 9, we have the Boti 801. Coming in at $15,000, by far the cheapest vehicle on this list, and actually one of the best performing vehicles not only on this list but in the entire game. The Boti 801 ranks as somewhere in the top 5 fastest motorcycles in the game to this day, and it was released back in 2013. This is the best performing original vehicle in Grand Theft Auto Online right now, which is absolutely crazy to think about. The Boti can basically get you any time trial that goes on in GTA Online without any sort of an issue. You're going to be able to get on your Boti 801 for 15 grand, go out and make $100,000 easily. This bike is super fast. It's got a very long wheelie, and you can wheelie it after you've stopped as well, even if you're moving at a very high rate of speed. Now obviously it is a motorcycle, so it's not going to have a whole lot of customization, but it's got enough to be, you know, it's a $15,000 bike. What can you really expect? You know what I mean? It's very good though. You guys should definitely look into it. If you haven't got one already, definitely pick up a Boti 801. Next up we have the Pegassi Toros, coming in at $498,000. This is the fastest SUV in Grand Theft Auto Online for racing, which is absolutely crazy because this has been out for a very long time now, and it's less than $500,000. Now people will complain about the Toros and say that the handling isn't the best, and I do agree with that, but overall I think that the Toros is such a good vehicle generally. It has a super high top speed of 126 miles per hour, which is the same as the Truffade Adder, which is kind of nuts. The Toros is absolutely awesome. It is of course a 4-seater as well, so you and 3 friends can be driving around in this. It's going to go really fast. It's got a lot of customization as well. Overall, very good vehicle, definitely one that I would recommend looking into for sure. At number 7, we have the Pegassi Oppressor, coming in at $2,067,669 if you have the trade price. And if you don't have the trade price, it's going to run you $2,750,000. This is sort of the point when GTA Online became a lot more militarized and a lot less fun for a while, because the original Oppressor was the most overpowered vehicle in the game when it released. Nowadays, it's not that OP because, well, there's a second version of it. But this one is actually a lot of fun. It's really fun to fly around in free mode. It's actually very good for traveling around the map as well. It's surprisingly convenient. That is, if you can avoid falling off of it several times throughout your journey. Like if you want to go from, say, the airport to like the Sandy Shores airfield, just be prepared to fall off it probably at least 5 times on your way there. But it will get you there relatively quickly if you minus the time that you're going to spend off of the bike and trying to find where it landed. In all seriousness though, this thing does have missiles that you can put on it that you can unlock through bunker research. You can upgrade it in your mobile operations center. It's very fast, it's very fun. Overall, it is a good bike in GTA Online. At number 6, we have the Pegassi Zentorno, one of the best bang for your buck supercars in the entire game, coming in at $725,000. Now last summer, with the Criminal Enterprises DLC being released, the Pegassi Zentorno actually got some additional customization on top of its usual customization that it always had, which was a very nice addition by Rockstar to add that into the game. The Zentorno still ranks within the top 20 fastest supercars around a track in Grand Theft Auto Online, and with the added customization that it has, it truly is a even better bang for your buck vehicle than it ever was. It's still amazing. You should absolutely pick up a Zentorno. super useful vehicle. It's a super awesome vehicle. Next up at number 5, we have the Pegassi Tempesta, coming in at $1,329,000. The Tempesta ranks just slightly ahead of the Pegassi Zentorno, albeit by about 5 to 10 positions in the supercars category, so it's significantly faster than the Zentorno. And it's got some really nice customization, and it's very good looking. I think the Pegassi Tempesta is one of the best looking Pegassi vehicles in the game, but not only Pegassi vehicles, just the best vehicles in the game. This thing looks absolutely awesome, and it's got the performance to back it up. It's super fast in a straight line, but it's even better through the corners. I think if you were a good enough racer, you could even keep up with some of the top supercars with the Pegassi Tempesta. Overall, a very cool vehicle, definitely one to look into. And next up, we have the Pegassi Torero XO, coming in at $2,980,000. The Torero XO is a phenomenal Pegassi supercar in GTA Online. It has a super high top speed of about 132 miles per hour, which obviously if you're on the Xbox Series X or S or PS5, that's not that fast with HSW included, but on PC and last gen, that is pretty darn fast. The Torero also has a ton of customization, and the overall look of the car, even without doing anything to it, is so realistic to the Lamborghini Countach that they just made last year in real life. The only unfortunate thing about the Pegassi Torero XO is that the downforce values on this car are completely broken, meaning that it does not have any sort of downforce, so in the corners it is a little bit hard to deal with, but it's not the worst car ever, that's for sure. Definitely one that I would recommend looking into, one of the better Pegassi vehicles in the game for sure. And number 3, we have the Pegassi Toreador that just had a price increase from $3,660,000 all the way up to $4,250,000. So it's a lot more expensive than it once was, but that is for good reason. The Toreador is absolutely phenomenal. This thing has a rocket booster, it is a 4-seater, and it is a submersible vehicle, and it also has some of the most aggressive tracking missiles in the entire game, as well as front-mounted machine guns that are some of the best damaging front-mounted machine guns in the entire game. It's got a little bit of customization. Overall, it's not the best looking vehicle, but as far as usefulness goes, whether it's in free mode or in missions, the Toreador absolutely destroys. It is an awesome vehicle, and it is definitely one that I would recommend picking up 100,000%. At number 2, we have the Pegassi Weaponized Ignis with HSW, coming in at $4,500,000. This has also been increased in price by over $1 million. This used to go for $3,245,000. Now 4.5 mil. Crazy. But anyways, with the HSW on this car, it is the fastest supercar in Grand Theft Auto Online for circuit racing. It is absolutely phenomenal. It has really good handling, it's got some nice customization options. The top mounted gun on this thing is very, very useful to have for sure. It's great in free mode, and this car also comes with a missile lock-on jammer. It does not have a Monty Tech, but it does come with the missile lock-on jammer, so it's pretty sick. Overall, it is definitely one of the best Pegassi vehicles in the entire game for sure. But at number 1, we have truly the best Pegassi vehicle, and that is, as much as I hate to admit it, the Pegassi Oppressor Mark II. With the price increase, $6 million if you have the trade price, and $8 million if you do not have the trade price. And in order to own this thing, you're going to have to own a Benefactor Terabyte, which is going to run you around $2 million as well. So if you don't have the trade price, and if you don't have Terabyte, this is going to run you like $10 million to buy it. But it is the best vehicle for grinding in the entire game. You can get around the map super fast with the Oppressor Mark II, and what makes it beat out helicopters and stuff like that is when you get into the helicopter, you have to spool it up and wait for it to be ready to take off. With the Oppressor, you get on it and you go instantly, and it can get you around super, super fast. It's also got those really pesky homing missiles on the front of it. I'm sure we've all experienced that. There are only 20 of them, and they have been nerfed recently, but they do still absolutely destroy in free mode, just not quite as well as they once did. The Oppressor is definitely a very useful vehicle to own if you are a grinder in GTA, or if you want to increase your efficiency of getting from business to business for sure. If you want to PvP with it, yeah, it's pretty good at that too, but I don't condone that. But if you want to do that, go ahead. Anyway guys, that is it for the top 10 Pegassi vehicles in Grand Theft Auto Online. Let me know what you guys thought of my list. Are there any vehicles that I missed? Please tell me in the comments down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, dislike if you didn't, of course. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.